Hello, it is Lord Haywire. I am streaming some 2D Forex again today. And yesterday, I tried to lag before I started talking um, because I noticed that the time between when I click the start stream to when it actually starts streaming was longer, and it didn't work. And so I don't think I lagged enough today either. But the good news for today is I think we're going to be able to push to main. It's been 5 months. I looked right before I started streaming. It's been 5 months since I've pushed to main. I'm going to do smaller branches going forward instead of these massive changes that I did. And the other thing I was thinking about was that how would I describe what has been done so far? Like if someone said like, what can you do? Because your game playable? And the answer would be no. It's not playable yet. But then when I was thinking about all the stuff that we've accomplished since the beginning, I was actually kind of proud of myself. You gotta give yourself some positive reinforcement every once in a while. Otherwise, you just give up and you think that everything sucks, the world sucks, all that. And so we've actually gotten like a ton of shit done. You can move around. A lot of it's very, very, very primitive, but you can move around, guys. People get unhappy when they're starving. You can build stuff. You can produce goods. Like there's a lot of stuff going on so far. I think all of the code's probably pretty bad, but it's getting better as I learn. I think that's what's going on. I hope that's what's going on. It's acting like I'm not streaming again. I hate when that happens. But it is. I am. So, yeah, I think we're in good shape, but we do have, let me see, did I pull it over here? Oh, I closed it. I always close everything. Let me bring over my GitHub issues so we can take a look. So there's one thing that we got to do before we push to main, and we also got to export the game, make sure we're not getting any bugs, blah, blah, blah. I'm hoping that we don't have any bugs so that we can push to main. That's the key thing. So this is the one where when a county improvement is removed, it also needs to remove any storage that the county improvement generates. That's the big one for today. And, besides the pushing to main, and then there's the other one, this blocker, we can just throw that up. And maybe we'll just kick that over just so that we know. Here, we can put that right here. We can put that at the top of heroes. It's not critical. This is critical, because if we don't do this now, later we'll wonder what the fuck's going on. So anyways, this is what happens when we add the storage. And this happens not once it's been built, it adds the storage, which is, as you would expect, but it literally just adds the storage. And it doesn't like this. So basically when we remove, if we go over to here, we'll build. Oh, I already have something being built. What is this? This is a converted warehouse. Perfect. So we're going to build this. It takes a day. All right. So we've built this converted warehouse. And so what it does is so in between the area between when we say we want to build it and then when it's been built, there's two different phases, basically. The part where it's being built and then where it's built. And it kicks in and it adds that storage when it's been built. And so if you remove it while it's being built, we need to know, is it being built or is it built? So we need to have like a check. And actually, I just thought of a way we could do that while I was thinking of it. We would change and add like an enum or something, but I think we can do that a different way, or an easier way right now. So we have this remove. So you say remove on the yes, and it returns half. Remove building from construction lists. There's with an S in there. Create all, and that refreshes everything. I think I moved that other. I guess that's in a good spot. I was thinking put in a different spot, but remove, check to see if It is a storage improvement and not under construction. Then remove the storage. So what we'll do here is we'll say if county improvement, do we know the county? Yeah, it's called removing county improvement data and I don't remember what this thing is called, but we were just looking at it wherever it is. It was here somewhere. Add storage should tell us. Oh, we have check if a storage improvement is a thing. What is this under? The banker does this? I don't know why the banker would do that. Add storage to county. Doesn't that seem like something the hall master would do? I think the hall master would do that. Let's move this to the hall master while we're here. What the fuck is going on here? Some bad spacing. All right, we're gonna get a bug. Identifier expected. Yeah, we'll get there. County improvement data, check if storage is... Okay, so this is gonna be under the hall master. Can we make this thing static so that... Oh. So we don't have to do this new garbage, which is something that I'm not a fan of. Man. So I picked some music, this band called Mother Mother, and that you guys can't hear. And for some reason, all of their albums are recorded at like different volumes. And I thought I found one that wasn't. Like every song is at a different volume. It's like one of the few things that I downvote on YouTube. I'm like, fuck you, take this shit off of here. Anyways, let's see if we can make this thing static. Yeah, it wants to be static. So there we go. And then we can go back to here. Now this should fix itself. Or did I copy or did I just copy the wrong? No, I did. The right thing. So it looks like we have a thing built in. Check if storage improvement. So if it's a storage improvement and it's not under construction, is not equal and is equal to, let's put this equal down here. All, whoa, what was that? What's AABB? All enums, status, county improvement status is producing, because we need it to produce the storage. I think that's the one we want. Just making sure there isn't one that's like storage, producing storage or something. But it is producing. So if it's a storage improvement and it's producing, then we're gonna write a thing that we'll put in the hall master as well. We'll remove, this is add storage. We'll make a copy of this and we'll make a new one called remove storage. Add storage to county. Deduct. Subtract. Subtract storage from county. You know, we could probably put this and like have a bool. Fuck it, who cares? We'll just have it. We don't need this check though, because we're already checking it. I wonder if we should just leave it in there. I'll put a note, I'll put a summary in here. We are already, wonder why we're checking it in here if we already know that it's a storage. I'm gonna put a note in here. Why are we checking if it is a storage improvement here? And then we'll get rid of this. And then we'll get rid of this. And we'll K and D it. Control K and Control D. Control K, Control D, yes. And then it's going to go through each one of these. We're going to have to pass in a county data and then improvement. And then it's going to go check for the good type. And we're just going to subtract this. And we're going to subtract this. And we might as well uncomment this to make sure that this is showing up correctly. Whoa, don't want to Control A it though. And then we don't need a banker here anymore because that's gone. So this is interesting. Do we do this somewhere else? Okay, we can make this static. That's gone. I mean, okay, so I think what we can do actually, because this, obviously Dragons, how's it going? Thank you for the follow. This, we're looking at something that doesn't matter. The adding of the storage is only done if it's hitting this here. So yeah, it can't, we don't need to check that again. So I'm just going to get rid of it. It's already been checked. So these are almost identical. We could make it a thing with a bool, one method with a bool. But I think I'm just going to leave it like this just in case we ever have where it's something else has changed. But Mac, how's it going? Reminds me how to make sure that this other shit is working. It's going good. We're almost pushing to main. Almost. We just got to make this storage go away. And then we're going to export it. And then we can get rid of this thing in the summary. And we'll actually removes storage. Oh, wait, no, we're on the add one. Adds storage to the county. And then we can go up here. Subtracts storage from county. Yeah, it's tempting to try to reduce, put this into one method, but we'll just leave it here. Let's do this. Let's also do this here so we can absolutely test this. And then, yeah, it is. You know, I was saying earlier that it's easy to get demoralized, like things are taking too long or whatever. But I was thinking about the amount of progress. You know how you have those conversations those make-believe conversations in your head? Like if you ran into a friend or something and you think, oh, this is what this person might ask. I was having one of those, and I thought, like, what if they asked me, is this game playable? I would say no. I would say not really. Playable would be a strong word. But it does have, like, we've done a lot of shit. Like, people have feelings. I mean, just a little. Their feelings are that they don't like to starve to death. You know, we can build stuff. The production of those things work. Things can move around. No, it's not. That's 5 years out. It's always 5 years out. All right, so I think, oh no, we need to do one last thing. When we remove this, we need to put in here hallmaster dot remove subtract storage from county. But we need to pass in a county data, and we need to pass in this thing, and because we're checking up here, and we want to make sure it's producing, because if it's under construction, we haven't added the storage yet. So, or at least that's my theory. So let's see if we can make this thing work. Did I save this shit? I think one of the main things that before it's in alpha state, what's it doing? Well, there's a lot of things, but I think one of the main things will have to be, the combat will have to be somewhat usable. I mean, it does something. It's nothing good. All right, converted warehouse. Build it. So let's check our resources here. We have 500, 500. That looks right. We'll run this until it's completed being built. And we have so many other things here. We don't care about that. Do I have the word storage? Well, not spelled like that, I don't. What did I call this thing? It's gonna be here. What did I say in this? Yeah, storage is in here. This didn't fire off. Let's see what this resource says. No, it didn't get added. Yeah, definitely. We gotta have. I really think diplomacy is gonna be like a key component of this, but we probably could go into an alpha state without diplomacy, but I don't think I'd want to. Because I think that's gonna be one of the ways that this distinguishes itself from other games is the diplomacy. And we've talked about it a bunch, and I don't know how it's going to turn out when we actually do it. So this thing's supposedly completed, and we didn't get any storage. So maybe storage has been busted for a while, and I just didn't notice. But we know now. Complete research. Let's double check our path of how this works. Check if county improvement is done. For each under construction, check if it is done. That's just adding them to the working there, or if there's people, or the constructors, the people who are building the thing, and then we go to set county, or the set county improvement complete. Add storage. So this should output goods. Oh, maybe we don't have an output good on that storage. I bet you that's what it is. Let's see. Where are we? I hope that's what it is, because that's an easy fix. County improvements, converted warehouse, because we've changed. Yeah, we don't. We've changed this around a bunch of times. So we should have still gotten that thing. Oh, I guess no. If the for each would just skip it if there's nothing in there. So what we want to do here is go to our goods, and we should have storage, perishable, and I don't remember the number we were doing. Let's just say 100. Whoops. The fuck is this? This should be an int. Oh, you want production data in here, huh? Do we have? I think production data. Yeah, we just have this generic one. I could also just do a new one there. See? Whoops. What did I just do? I put it back. Production data, where'd you go? Now it's gone. Let's control. Oh, I can't control Z my way out of my problems. Where'd you go? What? Production. It was like generic. There it is. It's somehow I got into skills. There we go. What are, sorry for if the no. Personal improvement or making a, no need to be sorry. And I don't think we have. I don't think anyone's ever asked me that, which is not a bad thing. Um, Real quick though, what I was gonna say is, it dawned on me later after I made wherever it went after I made this that you could just do new here, and it would have worked the same as this, as making this generic thing. But it's fine. So in here, storage amount, we'll do like 150. We'll add this key value pair. So to answer your question, I just want to make a cool game that I want to play, that I'd want to play. I feel like there's not enough cool strategy games anymore. I know that seems crazy because they come out like every fucking day, but a lot of them are not good. So I want to make one that's good and has some of the things like diplomacy. So I've been like frustrated with diplomacy in video games for 20 years. This has to go here. And this can go here. Oh, you know what? I think we have to make this unique. Yeah, I think we need to make this unique. And I think I have a thing somewhere. Yeah, you know, I read something that Stephen King said a long time ago. Like, he said the two things that you got to do if you want to become a writer is read a lot and write a lot. Basically, I'm paraphrasing here. And I feel like it's the same with video games. Like, if you want to make a video game, you got to play a lot of video games, and you got to program a lot. So this is hitting both things. All right, now let's see if this works. I don't think I did that right. I think I'm supposed to do it in a different order, but I think it's in the README. And I do play a lot of video games. I feel like basically, and this isn't 100% true, but I feel like Paradox games are the only strategy games out there now. Like, they've destroyed their competition. And I know that people are like, well, what about Total War? What about blah, blah, blah? But there aren't that many competitors. Oh, here, and this is working. Okay. So we're going to do that. And then let's make sure that this... So at this point, it's not going to fire that off. So let's just remove this, because this is an easy test. And we can look to make sure that the 150 wasn't a problem there. That works. And, you know, CK3... So CK2 is by far my favorite Paradox game. It used to be Europa Universalis, and I think we were talking about Europa Universalis, and then which made me, you know, the fourth one, which made me like play it some more. And it's still a great game, but I like CK2 the best, and then CK3 is kind of like has like a different feel to it, where it's more role playing, and you kind of gotta have to role play, otherwise it's too easy. And I don't know what the deal with it is. I don't like it as much as I liked CK2, but at the same time, I want the things that are in CK3. I don't know. But like for example, back to my complaint about diplomacy, there's like no diplomacy in the CK titles. And I think that that's like a hugely missed opportunity. And I think there's a hugely missed opportunity in like tons of games. The reason I think diplomacy is a pain in the ass, and so it's acceptable to everyone just to have like, yeah, you're at war and you're not at war. Those are your options. And if we're talking about Total War, God. Total War, you do the thing every turn where you go through everybody and you offer them diplomatic stuff. You just go click, 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 and you go through every single person. It's annoying and it's weird. Yeah, rating is a thing, but that's not diplomacy. That's when diplomacy has failed. Well, but that's part of the problem too, is it gives you like some weird, you're only mad for a certain amount of time. I think with CK2 as well, they should give a penalty to diplomacy, or CK in general, when you move your troops through other people's land. Um, I don't know. There's all sorts of things with that. But let's build this storage again, or for real this time. And we should see something down here. It now has 650. No, that's right, because it was at 500 before. Now let's double check that this says, and it should. Oh no, I think I came to the decision not to add that automatically because it would split up what the player had already assigned. So it just adds it in, and then it's up to the player to make this. And I think you got to go down once before you can go up. Yeah. And does that number work? That still works. And in some of it, like Hearts of Iron, I feel like the diplomacy isn't really that necessary. But if you play the modern Hearts of Iron, I feel like the diplomacy is very lacking. Like, in that mod, they've added like a bunch of different options for diplomacy. I saw a Reddit post where they were just tearing into that mod. Millennial Dawn, or whatever it's called, Millennium Dawn. Just absolutely destroying it. All right, we're going to remove this thing. And then we're going to check. Well, let's check the thing. There we go. We're at 500 according to that. Whoops, wrong button. And we're at 500 here. So I wonder, okay. We're going to have to do... Motherfucker. What we're going to have to do... Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Like, not every time, but sometimes it, like, ruffles the feathers of some noble, and the noble's like, hey, get your troops out of here, or whatever, or pay me a fee, or we'll attack you, or something like that. That's a good idea. So I think what's going to happen here... See, I made this one bigger, but we reduced this. And the problem is now this is higher. See, we have a negative number. So how can we fix this? I knew this wasn't going to be as easy, because storage has always been like kind of a pain because of the weird math with the number of... It's not weird math, just math with remainders. So what we'll have to do... is how would we do this without completely fucking the player? That's the key component here. Removing a storage building would be kind of a big deal. Oh yeah, too scared to face you? That's good too, because then, like, if you're a huge army moving, they'd be like, yeah, come on through. I was playing the beginning of Kingdom Come Deliverance, and that's what at the beginning of that, the big armies, and they're like, yeah, go on through. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just assume that late game lag was just poor optimization, but maybe it is that there's just so much going on the back end. I think we're gonna have to screw the player here. It's the only way I can think about doing this. So what we're gonna have to do, if this gets to a negative number, we're gonna have to run the thing that rebalances and it will screw the player. But I think that's the only way to do it. Does he have an American accent? I didn't even notice as an American. Okay, so I think there's some code already written for this storage thing. It might need to be broken out into its own method. So when we subtract storage from the county, we need to check after this. Actually, I guess we could check inside this to see if it's a negative number. Let's find that storage stuff, though. That could be in the banker still, because it's kind of old code. Probably we'll have to... Yeah, we'll just search for storage and see what we get here. Besides the stuff we just did. Just going in circles. Count number of goods getting produced. What is this? If the county improvement is not equal to storage, it does something. Check if storage improvement, that's just a true false guy there. Check for scavenge food. Needs workers. We have a lot of checks for storage. Check good storage full. Where was that one? I should have looked where that one was, because it could be in some weird spot. Maybe I didn't even say storage. Maybe it just has some other name. Update initial county storage might be. Where's this at? County generation. Set initial max storage. I'm not going to be able to remember all the names of these things, so I'm going to put them in a notepad. Where is it signing this? Max amount. Good data, max amount. I see here. We might rewrite this and make it so that there's another method that it uses. So what we'll probably do is we'll set it as another method that kind of calculates this, that's inside, but we can put in different numbers. So we would put in this number. Yeah, we'll probably rewrite that, but let's see what else we got here, because I don't know. Update initial county storage, that just updates the actual number in the county data. I think we're running in circles here. Production data, storage, generate storage H boxes. What does this do again? This uses the storage though. Man, it's gonna be a pain. Yeah, we're gonna totally screw the player. In more than one way. So what's gonna happen is if they messed around with their storage, it's gonna reset it if they get rid of a storage. I'm trying to think of, we could put up like a pop-up and say like, you're about to lose storage and lose reset your storage by deleting this building. But one of the things I want to do is have, like raids where you can burn down people's buildings. But let's say, so this is why I'm agonizing over this change here. Let's say you went in here, pretend this isn't a negative, and you put this at 5 or whatever, and then this one you put at 12, and this one at 25 and this one at 300, right? Let's say you made all these changes. What I'm about to program would reset all of those changes, so you'd have to go back in and readjust it. And I don't, that's a pain because we're going to have this whole sheet, this whole screen is going to be filled up with this stuff. I'm trying to think of the guy you're talking about in that because I just played it the other day and I think I know who you're talking about. He's like the leader of the second castle that you go into, and he's kind of friendly. He's sort of. The resources stored in the county itself, but they could take damage. Well, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna lose some regardless. If you have too many. Not too many. Too many eventually. So it's gonna go like it will delete off some. I think it is. I think I have a max thing. Maybe I don't. Let's put a note in because I don't. Maybe I don't. Make sure that any stored goods above storage are removed. Convert to issue. So if you had like 600 of a item and only have 500 storage, you're going to lose that 100. That's less of a fear because that's kind of how the game should work. But the problem is, like I said, it's just going to screw the player to have to go through. They'd have to go through and reset these. And I know that would annoy me. That would definitely annoy me to have, oh man, I took all this time to set up all my stuff and now it's busted. So the other way we could do it, no, that's gonna, I think we might just have to screw the player. Okay, so how do we make it the easiest for me in this particular time? So these things just generate the H boxes, it looks like. It doesn't actually have any. Like it's not doing any math or anything. Assign resources to storage. This just needs to be named goods, but rename to goods. I guess we could just do that. Assign goods. I mean, this might be one of those things we have to worry about later. Assign goods to storage H. I mean, we're gonna definitely remove the storage, but update max available storage amount labels. Update top max available amounts, not the spin box amount. Okay. Yeah. So I think I know who you're talking about. He's not like the stern guy. He's like the Lord. There's like a stern guy. I just played that like 2 weeks ago. Count available storage amounts. Goes through every good. And counts how much storage is assigned to them. Set resource. I think dictionary is in the same order as the... somebody in chat told me that dictionaries don't have orders. Someone in chat told me that there is no order to a dictionary. So that could be a future problem. Update county available. This one needs to keep the perishable versus non-perishable. I think they all do, so I don't know what that is talking about. Okay, this is just the spin box, though. This is the storage. Yeah, exactly. I totally think I know who you. He does have an American accent, doesn't he? I didn't notice in my when I was playing it, but we basically what we need to do is have like a thing that it does the min max, and it if it's not over if it's over the max, then it deletes the. This might take hours, hours and hours. All right, so let's go since we don't have that ability. When we delete the storage, we need to have like some sort of check that removes. Man, how are we going to do this? So we can reset it like we set the initial storage. We could reset that amount, but the initial storage also needs to count any pre-built buildings. And I know what you're thinking. What? I was talking about this yesterday. I do want like the possibility of having randomly pre-built buildings for the AI factions or the player factions when we run the game. That's not in there yet, but I want like as the developer to be able to check like this is already built. And so if this stuff is already built, we need to the first thing we need to do is redo how this works then. Because this doesn't take that into account. So that is right here. So what this does, where is this at though? This is in county generation. This is like way early in the game, like how the game runs. Let's look at how this gets hit in the order it's getting hit in. So this goes down this thing. County generation is right here. The population doesn't exist. The county dictator. Let's look at county generation. I mean, I know we were just in there, but let's look in here. So assign faction, assign update resources, update initial county storage. Pre-existing character and all like asymmetry between factions. So I in this I don't want to do asymmetry because like it works well in Crusader Kings, but I'm doing it more Dominion style where each player starts out exactly the same for the multiplayer, but then the surrounding areas are randomly generated. But it works well in Crusader Kings. I think Millennium Dawn, the Hearts of Iron one, is probably would be the funnest to play multiplayer. Because you can have the smaller countries ally with the other ones as players because of the diplomacy. You know what I mean? Like if a human played China, they could influence another human to build things, and help out another human, and that human you could have proxy wars and stuff. It'd be great. I mean, you kind of can in Millennium Dawn. I played it. I'm trying to. It's over by. Actually, it could be Somalia. There was some Somalia war happening in Russia. Like sent some troops, so I sent some troops just to fuck with them. And it was kind of fun to do that. Like that would be cool if that was available in more games. And I just stomped all over their troops. Just for no apparent reason. I was just like, I'm gonna fuck with Russia. I think I was playing Persia at the time. I can't read Persia. Iran? No, I was playing Saudi Arabia. I think I ran two big. I can't remember. Anyways, so initial county storage. So this happens. Let's think about, let's do this. We're gonna put a thing in here, and we're gonna call it pre-build county improvements, and we're gonna go like this. We're gonna add this in here. See, nothing is simple. Then we're gonna put just a thing in here that says this doesn't do. Actually, we can just put in the summary. We'll make a summary. This is going to be for when there is a checkbox or randomly generated randomly generated starting county improvements. So we're gonna have this. This is gonna be empty right now. Then on here we can set this. This thing is gonna work. Where is this in county generation? No, we're gonna move this to the hall master. When does the hall master? Oh, it's a public class, so it rears its ugly head immediately. It's not ugly. It's fine. And I'm not going to call it this anymore. I'm going to rename it to something else. Count all the available storage. And assign it to the county's storage. I mean, I guess, no. Count all the available county storage. Is it counting? I guess it's counting. This thing needs to be public, though. Look, it was private static? Sure, whatever. Then we're going to go back over here, and we're going to go hall master. The hall master deals with that shit, man. And then we're going to rename this to count county total storage. The action report? I don't remember what was it. I remember us talking about the action. What is the action reports? I don't remember. All right, we got this thing. So this has to be above. Oh, I'll put that in here. This has to be above the county total storage because it will count completed buildings. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the proxy wars are fun. And that's why I think that game would be the most, that Hearts Iron 4 with that mod would be the most fun with humans. If you can get like 10 people together. You can't find 10 people who have time for that shit though. And then like have like a couple people be the major things and then everyone else be minor ones. You know, because there could be betrayals and all sorts of stuff. Because like they have that mechanic where you can like influence them kind of, but it's, I don't know. All right, so that's what that's going to be. Count county total storage this is going to work. So this goes through each. Oh, we don't need to do that though. What we'll do, where was this county generation? What we'll do is this, because I want this to be able to work individually. Were we doing that? Each one was going through. Whoops! Of course, that doesn't do anything. Oh, we were. I don't know if I want to do it that way. Oh, you know why we're doing it that way is because it needs to have all of this other stuff done. We could probably, this whole thing could probably be done in one for each, maybe. Okay, so this one we're gonna take this. We took this out of there though because what we want to do, we're gonna pass in a county data here, and what we want to do is have this so we can run this again later on a specific county. At that time, we couldn't run it on a specific county. We had to run it on all of the counties, so that's not. We'll take this out too, or we'll put this in here. Okay, so this is gonna currently. Oh, you know, I think I copied and pasted the wrong thing. This is fine, but this is not the one that counts. We're gonna copy that over to. I basically just fuck myself. It's fine. It's fine. We want this other one. What's your problem? You want a county in here. County data. All right, where was the other one? It was set initial somethings. Set initial max storage is what I wanted. This is the one I wanted to copy over. So you need to go over to the hall master and you need to be here. Count max count county total storage. That's actually a good name for it, but I fucked this all up. We're gonna need a public static void assign county storage assign max storage to county storage. Look at that. Okay, then this is gonna go in here. Look at this. I also only had a GD print for one type of storage. That's interesting. We're going to pass in this. And then we'll copy this. And we'll say non-perishable. And I think non-perishable comes first. No, it doesn't. Okay. We'll get rid of this thing. We're going to find... I guess I could have just renamed this one. Jesus Christ. I don't think it will let me rename it that way if there's a... No, this isn't... This is just a sign... Fucking A. Sign storage. And then we're... Now I fucked this all up. Jesus Christ. I don't even know what this is. Back to, that was county generation. Where are you at, county generation? Here we go. Set initial max storage. So this one was... I'm gonna have to look at this. Where did I mess this up? We can just look though. We can fix it. It's not the end of the world. I want to go to this. It's in our county generation. Set initial. So this name was kind of dumb too. Set initial max storage, but then we have this like update initial county storage. So this is set initial should be this other one. So let's fix this. This is going to be the other one that I also renamed. Let's leave this open because we're going to have to reference this. Assign faction data to county. No. You can go to there. Hall master. Assign storage to county. Assign max storage to county is the, okay, we have two of these now. Set initial max storage this is assign, but that's not what this does. This should be the count county max storage. That's what this thing is. Yeah, so it's getting the max storage right here. So this county max storage, this should be public. We'll figure this out here. We're going to bring this over. We're going to go back to county generation. This should be this, unless I'm fucking it all up. And that's on the hall master, because he's in charge of that shit. You know, I tried to fire up a Millennium Dawn run again the other day, and I couldn't decide on a country to play. That's always the problem. So then the other thing we need to look at with this, oh, it's gone. The other thing we need to look at with this over here is where yeah, see, man, I really. You're doing Brazil? How does Brazil in that, aren't they a democracy? I don't like playing democracies. It's an added layer of pain. Assign storage to county storage. I don't, update initial county storage. So on this, Hall Master, we can save you. What was this doing though? So we're update initial county storage. Why did I do it this way? No, I know why I did it that way. It made sense at the time. Let's go back up to here. So we're going to have this pre-built thing currently empty. It's for my future self. Assign storage to, so that initial thing though, that's not what this is going to do. What we need to do is have the hall master count the shit first. Count max storage, county data, which it doesn't seem like it wants that right now, but we're going to make it want that. And then after it counts it, it's going to assign it. Yeah. And then here, what do you want? We were passing in a fucking dictionary? This should be called goods. So we're passing in a dictionary. Why? And then okay, so this is, we assign, how is this set? This is okay, so we have, a getter setter in here. We're inting this. Why are we inting this? What the fuck is this? This will make it easy for later, though. We're going to be able to... God damn this cord. Yesterday and today, this cord has just been the bane of my existence. All right. So this is going to make it it easy though. For if what we'll do is we'll see if the amount is greater than the max amount. Oh, we're doing it already. Why are we putting an int in front of this? I guess this is a float somewhere. Why are we putting an int in here? This obviously isn't working though. Something's broken in here, but we'll fix that too. We're gonna fix everything. So count county max storage is not what this thing does either. This goes through, and this is assigning to each good. When are we doing the counting? This adds storage to county. I feel like we got this in here twice too. Like, so is this the one I just renamed? It is. Okay, add storage to county. Adds the storage to county. This is so convoluted. I fucked with this offline too because it was so convoluted. You know, I was thinking about, you mentioned Brazil. I loaded up Venezuela and Colombia to try to like kind of look to see what your options are. One of my complaints about Hearts of Iron is that you're stuck with those whatever focuses or whatever they're called. And so you got to find one that has a focus that you like. And I didn't look at Brazil's, but I'm going to take a quick break and then I will be back in less than 5 minutes. We will fix this. We're going to figure this out and we're going to fix this max storage thing. I totally fucked this up by renaming these, but what we need to do is we need to count through all the storage in the built buildings and then assign this stuff. I feel like we're doing everything like 10 times, but I guess we're not because I don't think maybe I would have done that. I don't know. All right, but I'm gonna take a quick break, less than 5 minutes. I'm gonna throw up this break timer. We'll put something better looking. No, we'll just leave it on here. I'll be right back. All right. I didn't think about my problems when I was outside. That's a common thing that I do. Instead of thinking about what I'm supposed to fix next, I just think about the world. I went outside and I was in my backyard and there's a wall. So like no one can see me in my backyard, but I can hear somebody on the other side of my wall shouting "fuck you" to somebody, and I was waiting for something to happen. All right, so what we got to do. So this is one I copied over. Assign storage to county storage. This is the same. And this one I just added that, and I was just making a copy of it. So we can delete this one. And then this, we can actually save that. And we're going to get an error, but that's okay because that will show us where this, because it said there's a reference to this. So this is just basically assigning the county to the county storage. This is simple. It's in the hall master. We need to know the county amounts. And this is wrong, though. This is assigning starting. No, this is dumb. This is dumb. This is dumb. This is dumb. There we go. Okay. We're going to push this to main today. I swear to God. This is dumb. This doesn't make any sense. I mean, it used to. It doesn't now. Subtract storage from county. That's what we just wrote. That's fine. Return half of construction costs. We don't care about that. Count county max storage. Where is this? The hall master? This thing probably doesn't need to exist, honestly. What we need to do is in here, count county max storage. This is what we need, and then this needs to be at the bottom down here. But we'll leave it as its own thing. And we need to put in these numbers that we're counting down here. So this needs to be here. Let's, come on, man. Come on, fingers. Are we passing in a count? Do we have it? We don't even know the county data, what county we're counting. This is some strange. Okay, as we're assigning this to the max amount there. This is, so there's two different things going on, and that's what's throwing me off. Okay. All right, go back. We do need this thing because we're using it. We're not even using it. Why are we assigning that shit over there at all? This doesn't make any sense. This is really, the storage thing has been a pain from day one. We'll figure this out though, I promise. Maybe. Add storage to county. Okay, so this is adding additional storage. Add additional storage to county. And then there's that other one that was subtract up here for some reason. Subtract additional. I think that works actually. Additional storage to county. So these are different things. This is adding some more storage from buildings or whatever, and this is subtracting, adding and subtracting the storage. Adds additional, like we can say county improvement. We could probably even call it that. County improvement storage. Add improvement storage to county. Subtract improvement storage to, whoa. Did I, oh man, I don't think I did that right either. Subtract improvement storage from county. We'll get another bug if I did the rename wrong. All right. Now to get our initial storage, we have different things going on here, and this isn't right. I mean, it's right if we don't the old way. But we're going to change that right now. My trash can is too far away. 1 second. All right. And here's where I subtract improvement storage. Assign storage to county storage. This we're going to do, but we're going to count the max storage first. So this is the first step, is we need to, and we're passing in this dictionary. I don't think this is right. So we need a third thing that is like public static void assign max storage to goods. That's what this is. Oh, I know. That's the finding all the weird. That's what this thing is. I guess I should just rename this one. Copy. Paste. Whoa, no. All the different menus. When I reloaded it up, they had moved around some menus, and I was like, wait, what is this menu? And it was like a menu I'd never even seen before. So I was probably missing something important. And then this is going to assign, nope, this is going to count county max storage. And then we're going to need a county data in here. And we're going to need a county data in here. And then we're going to need this, because this is going to be new code. This one is going to use whatever numbers we get here and set this. And then this is going to go through, and we were just assigning, so we need to save this number somewhere, which I guess we're going to save that number here. Add improvement storage to county. We need to count. We need to assign. See this number. Do we need a temporary number, or can we use this number? I don't think this is going to be used. Let's go back. Let's save this. Let's go back to our county generation and just make sure we're doing this right. So the first thing we got to do is we got to count it. And I don't actually think we're going to need this assign one, because when we're counting it, we're going to assign it. So let's go to our count thing, and we'll just delete whatever extra crap we have in here. We do need this, though, to run after. So that's a different thing, but we need this to go to here. Hall master. God damn it, why do I keep doing that? We just want this. And then this, we are going to want a dictionary to go in here. And we're going to do this, and we're going to blow away this thing. And then this will something. We'll do something here. We'll leave that for a second. What is this? This is the thing I said we don't need anymore. Count county max storage. All right, let's do this for real. What we're going to do is we have a starting, this is what this is kind of, but we need to also go through all of the buildings that are completed, which will be none right now. But so we're going to need two things. Int starting perishable storage. I guess we can just assign this to the counties. We can use the counties. So how are we going to do this math? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go for each county improvement data in county data completed county improvements. So we're going to go through here, all of them. If the county improvement data dot type, like type improvement type or something, type is equal to storage, then we're going to need this number. So we're going to need a temporary number here. And you know what we can do with that temporary number is, it's not a temporary number. we're going to go county data dot perishable storage equals starting perishable storage. We're going to go county data non-perishable storage equals globals instance non-starting. It was there. Starting non-perishable storage. So it's always going to start out with this, and then we're going to go through this, and we're going to go, if this is a equals storage, then we're going to go if county improvement data, county, storage type. What did we call this? What did we, is it an enum? What did we do? County good type? Oh man, we're gonna have to go through the county good type, which is another, what the fuck is this? Get us out of here for now. We don't need this anymore. And we don't need this anymore. We're gonna go to if it's storage, we're gonna have to go for each good data in county improvement data output goods. Shut up. Why don't you like that? Oh, this is a dictionary. We're gonna go key value. What? No, that's right. That's right. Key value pair. Like, why doesn't it just know that I'm doing a good data production data output good? You know, I always do key value pair, so we'll just do that. We'll stick with that. For each key value pair in there, what does this production data look like? I haven't looked at this in a long time. Can I just control click you? No, I can't. Well, I got one right here. It's right here. So this has all the work amount, and it has the storage amount inside the production data. Okay, so if key value pair key is equal to no, we want the store or good, what is this, good type, county good type? Was that a county good type that was over here? County good type is equal to perishable, or we're doing non-perishable first? It seems like that's the opposite of what we're doing up there, but alphabetically that works. Just try to be consistent here. Then we're going to add in plus equals. So we're going to add on top of that the production. I'm gonna screw myself here. I know it. And then else. This is perishable storage. Count county max storage. So what it's going to do, I'm just going through this again to make sure that this is right. It's going to get our initial, so this is just set by the developer, which is me, and it's 500 right now. Then this is going to go through each building that's in our completed improvements, and if the building type is storage, then it's going to go through each output good in that storage type. And if, because it should have two, but let's say it only has, you know, and if it's a non-perishable, it adds the storage value there. And if it's perishable, it adds the storage value there. So that should now get us a new total amount that the county knows. The county knows how much how much non-perishable and perishable storage it currently has. So what does this thing want? So this we've counted it and we've assigned that to the county at this point. And this is in county generation. So now we need to assign the max storage to each good. And that's where we have to do like this, some division basically. And so this though, let's just pass in a county data for this. And I was thinking about sticking this inside of this, but I think I'll just leave it outside for now. And then what we'll do with this is we'll go county data, and then for each of this in our county data.goods, so it's going to go through each one, and it's going to take though, see this was bad. This was bad from day one, man. This shit was just wrong. We're going to go county data perishable. For some reason, perishable is at the top, and even though it's not alphabetical, we'll get rid of that because I don't remember what it was for. We'll get rid of this because I don't remember what it's for. And then the same thing here. We're going to go county data or non-perishable, and we're going to divide that. Then we have a GD print down here. What the fuck is this? County data, county name. We have a dash in here. Good name. Good data. Good name. And then, do we need this to be a separate line? I don't think we do, honestly. Then this will be good data, max amount. All right, let's look at this again. All right, assign max storage to goods. So this is going to go where we have our county data. It's going to go through the county data goods. Wonder why I assigned this here. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's fine. Then we're going to make perishable, number of perishable goods. We're counting this somewhere. Where are we counting this? All goods. Where's that? Because I need to make sure it's in the right order. Otherwise, so it's way up here. So that should be okay. And I know that there's something terrible is going to happen here. The reason why I say I know that is because I've messed with my storage and had issues with it. All right, so what is this thing doing here? This doesn't need to be here anymore, does it? Copy and assign resources. Copy and assign goods. We renamed resources to goods because there's a built-in Godot thing called resources, and it was becoming too confusing, especially when I was talking to chat. It was, wait, what? That was the conversation every time I did it. So what the fuck does this thing do? So this goes through all of the goods, and it's duplicating the good data. That shit doesn't work. Oh, I guess they're an array, so it does work. And it adds to this, okay, so this is just for testing, and then this assigns them some starting goods. And then we were setting the max. Did I type that in there today? I don't know. Well, so that had the set max storage thing in it, I think. Isn't that what I just deleted? Count county max storage was in here. But we now have it, count county max storage right here. Where is this thing happening? Copy and assign resources. Didn't I just rename that? Copy and assign goods. Where is this at? Update resources. So that's before we get to the storage part. So I think that this is update goods. I think we're in okay shape here. We're about to find out. I was staring at that because I wasn't sure. Let's rerun the thing, and it should implode right away if there is a problem. It's thinking for a long time. That does not give me hope. Don't implode. Okay. This number is not a good sign. Cowlitz has a lot of storage. What is going on here? I think that's the max number of the biggest number you can make an int. Here, I'm going to put it in Google. Yeah, I think that's the biggest number you can make an int. Yep. So something I vaguely remember this having it like max out the int thing, but I think it was supposed to do that at the like before. It did run through every county. You got to look at the bright side, right? But we don't want we don't want that. Okay, so what's going on with this counting of stuff? I bet you we have no, we don't have any getter setters in here. Let's go back to our count. So it's going through. Starting non-perishable storage. Let's double check that we don't have something. We have nothing here. That's not good. I probably typed it in, which I'm kind of not doing anymore because it's at 0, huh? I've stopped doing it because what happens is if I change it here, it doesn't reflect in the code, and then things get fucked up later because I can't figure out where the shit is. We were doing 500. It's probably like dividing by 0 or something. But we'll know here. So now it's at 500. Yeah, it was probably typed into the inspect. No, that wouldn't have messed with it though. Let's look here. Total perishable goods. Total non-perishable goods. It doesn't say storage there. These two are populated from all resources at ready. Is that what we were using over here? Hallmaster, my friend. Starting non-perishable storage. What did I just change? Number. Oh, this is a different thing. Whoops. Starting storage is 500 there. Global, that's 500 there. Okay, so it's not that. When are we imploding our stuff here? So we're counting. I wonder if it's doing it like we're supposed to already know this information. Copy and assign goods. No. Update scavengeable resources. What do you do? Okay, that's fine. For each county, it's going through each county. Storage amount and production data. Let's look at what that is. I mean, we already looked at this. Well, there's nothing there at this point. There's nothing built. So it shouldn't do this. It shouldn't do that at all. So what we'll do is we'll do a GD print initial county storage. We'll just put 1 in here because we just need 1. We're so close. We're not gonna be able to do it. Got an hour and a half. I vaguely remember there being me maxing out some sort of yeah, so it's at 500 right here. What? So for each, so there's nothing in here. So where are we fucking with this later? Assign max storage. So are we using this? No, let's comment this out because this shouldn't exist. Whoops. This might be getting run somewhere because where did I have this? This is now has. No, it doesn't. This is. Where is it getting this number? Initial county storage. That's what we just put in there. Where's it getting this GD print from? It has a county name. I think we got some old code. Old code somewhere. We're still looking at the hall master here. Here we go. No, this isn't. This is good name though. What is this thing doing? Assign max storage to goods. Divided by the number of perishable goods. This is the thing that's printing. What is this? We'll just make sure. Assign. Why do I always do that? Assign max storage to goods. We'll make sure that that's the place that this is coming from. So the good name is okay, so this is the max amount thing. We have a, this is with those weird ints and stuff. The good name doesn't do us any good here because, well, let's go back to that. So the good data, perishable. So this is going through the goods. If the good data is perishable, we take the max amount and we divide it by the number of perishable goods. This is one of those things that was probably broken before and I just didn't notice. Why do we have an else if in here? Oh, because it can have neither one of these. So the max amount, this is what I was thinking. I was like, there's something that, okay, all right. So what we're doing is we're making the max amount. We're assigning the max amount to be that number. I can't remember why, though, I was doing that. This is the max amount that can be stored. Why did I put it as a huge number like that? There's a reason behind it. This is the max amount. I don't think we need to, we can take this out here. Well, it doesn't matter what I was saying there. The amount of goods, the amount of good. This is in good type. Okay, so, or good data, I mean. So we were assigning this to be the max amount. We're doing ints. I was earlier when I was saying, why are we inting this? What we're actually doing is we're getting the max value. We're assigning this to the max. I wonder why I was doing it though. Why would I have it such a huge number? Why wouldn't I be getting it why wouldn't it be the storage amount? It probably that this was a workaround to get storage to work correctly. So when you were fucking around with those spin doctors or whatever they're called, the spin things, it probably needed this to be here or it choked or something. And I probably was like, we'll just make it like the biggest number it can be. And so even though we're assigning that number there, it doesn't matter. We're even doing it in this one. And this is for faction goods. Oh. Oh, I see what I'm trying to do here. So what I was trying to do is the faction goods do not have a limit to their resource storage, their goods storage. So there's no limit for faction goods. So like money, if it's a faction good, we set it to this. Otherwise, we're setting it to this stuff. But the problem is, let's get rid of this rainbow. We don't need it right here. Faction good. Whoa, the problem is this thing. Whenever anything gets assigned to this, I think this fucks it up. So why don't we do that? Max amount. That's what we were trying to do there. Let's rerun this. I think that's what's going on. I bet you that either that was a bug or it was a workaround to fix something else. So we're getting some of this stuff looking right, except for what is this thing? Storage perishable. Storage non-perishable is 0. So this is, let's go to Portland. Well, we are in Portland. So canned goods is getting 120. Let's look at it. What does this say? I mean, that's right. That's the right number. What is this fucking thing? See how angry I sound about it? What the fuck is this? Actually, initial county storage is 50. Or 500. And we're on to the next county. So I think what we got is a problem with our county improvement. This is kind of fun, honestly. Not with the actually county improvement, with the good. No? They're both county goods. Good storage, perishable. County good type, faction good type, none. Perishable, neither. Perishable, neither. Because it's storage. Is this other number all messed up? No, it's right too. What if we try to mess with these things? There was always like a little bit of weirdness. What if we do 50? We have more storage available now, but this is above, so I'm curious what that's going to do. Yeah, that blows that shit away when you close it. And I actually am not against that. At first I was like, maybe we should blow it away right away. But no, we shouldn't. So I think there was just a bug. I don't know what this number is. I should probably fix that. And look at this one, 0. And then the next one's like, whoa. What's the difference between these two? Besides their name. Let's look at their production data on the... Maybe we should have stuck the production data inside of this. Converted warehouse. These should be identical because I didn't make them unique until after. Now this, so that seems to work. It wasn't in there, it was in the hall master. We're getting there. Divided by the number of perishable goods, divided by the number of non-perishable goods. Those are both at, oh no, those get counted. And those all, that says assign max storage. Assign max storage Portland. And they all have the same problem. Good max amount. Like this has 2. What is good max amount? I mean, where is it? Okay, wait. Does any of those say faction? So wait. I think this is wrong. It never hits any of this. This is in good data. Some of these should be faction, like money should be faction good. It is. Those are county goods. Wonder if this is one of those weird things that when it, like, it's being set, maybe it is, it's being set from the inspector and that's what's throwing it off. This has been it shouldn't matter on the resources. I mean, it should, but not what we're talking about. So let's look at this thing one more time. What does this thing do? If the good type, which is up here, is a faction good, let's look back at this. There aren't any faction goods in here. These are all county goods. Oh, look at this one. Okay, so this is the initial thing that's getting set, and it's blowing away. There's something wrong. Good max amount, which is right here. So this is the initial set. But it never says faction. Whoops, faction goods. And why? Okay, I remember once again we need this, but it never hits this. Where does it? Where is this stuff getting assigned? So this is probably all these values changed. Something's counting down. I mean, the things are working, but I don't want to leave it this way. Oh, here's the faction good amount. Those are all happening, right? Whoa. Food. Oh yeah. No, that's right. Money, and then it hits the remnants, and remnants are wrong. Oh no, remnants is a good type too, or a faction good type. It's both. Maybe we need to have a different. That's been kind of a pain having them the same. Maybe we should say faction remnants or some shit. But that isn't our problem right here. Good. And so the good wood is also remnants. Wood shouldn't be set to that. Fish shouldn't be set to that. Maybe we're checking the wrong thing. If good type equals faction good. No, that's the right thing. Let's look back at like wood or something. Wood will do the trick. Yeah, it's a county good. Good type is a county good. So it sets all of these. It already has 0 remnants in the county. Okay, that's a different thing that I checked yesterday or the day before. Max amount of wood. I think I'm doing something weird to this. I mean, obviously, I'm doing something weird to this. So we have the amount, which is set to the max amount, but this is each good type has this, so it shouldn't be. And then we have this. If this is a faction good, we don't care about the value. It's always going to be the max int. The max value of int is why this is here. And then it busts out of here. So it doesn't even get to here. And then this, the minimum is going to be the amount equals the minimum and the maximum amount, which is actually working. That's what this is. If you go too low. Oh, I can't go up from here though. Okay, so that's a problem. This is wrong. Max amount equals the value. This was a huge pain in my ass to get this to work originally. I might just say fuck it and push it to main and then fuck with the storage later. Let me think about this though real quick, because I think we can push to main in an hour, so we got like 12 minutes. I mean, we can push the main in 2 seconds, but if we run into any bugs when we export, that'll be a different thing. So this max value actually, I just had an idea that is not part of the plan, but might actually be the solution to all of the storage issues that I've been having. All right, so let's go over what the storage issues are. If you played any Songs of Six, you will know the kind of storage idea that I had. I actually fired up Songs of Six last night, and then I didn't want to relearn it after I fired it up. But the dude has done, he's a solo dev. He's done so many changes since like I played it 10 months ago, you know, a year ago. There's a randomly generated maps that didn't even used to be there last time I was there. But okay, so imagine, maybe I can get no, it doesn't matter. So in Songs of Six, basically you can change the amount of storage that you have by like, so that you have like 1,000 storage, let's say, available, and you can assign that storage to the different resources. And that's what I was trying to do. So like you could assign more storage to primitive scouting equipment, let's say. And that's what's going on here is I'm trying to like set this so that you could bring this down to 100, and then you have an additional 100 that you could go up to. Oh, which now I can for some reason, which is strange. I think that was a bug from earlier. So we could change this to whatever, 100 as well. We have 50 left. That's what's going on here. And then if we wanted 150 here, we could go up. Whoops. Well, does that math add up? That's 300. Yeah, it does. So that actually kind of works. So you could adjust this as much as you want. Let's just leave it there. It works good enough for now. Who gives a shit? We're going to be fucking with that storage a bunch anyways. Now what we're going to do is I don't know why these numbers are this way. We're just not going to worry about it. Well, let's see if we can make this bigger. Like, let's see if we can type in 5,000. It will not let us do it. So, and then let's put in like 1 here. Perfect. And then let's close this and reopen it. That used to be a huge issue. You would close and reopen and it would fuck it all up. But that actually seems to work fine. Let's build so now we're going to do a chain. Whoops, not here. Let's build a warehouse and see what happens. Is it going to mess up all of our storage? We said a day has to pass. So now we have extra storage. You know what would also sometimes mess things up is if you went away and came back. That didn't mess anything up though. And we have 150 more available here, which is what we wanted. So let's bump this to whatever, 5,000 again. See, it didn't let us change it. So the problem is if like we might have to go down and go back up. Yeah, that's the problem. And that's been a problem for a long time. You had to go down and back up. Let's put like 200 or 50. Let's just add 50 in there. If it was a certain number. And then let's do this. Let's go down to 50 on here. Let's close this and then open it again. So that does it does work. It's just very janky. This would be something I would complain about if I was streaming this game. I'd be like, what the fuck, man? Why do you have to go down before you go back up? That's fucking dumb. Here, I'm quoting myself in the future as I play my own game. There we go. So it works good enough for now. We'll I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but we have our storage. Okay, well, and now we need to delete the storage. Good enough for now. We're back to, oh, see, we have a negative 50. So what happens here is if we close this and open it, I guess we haven't fixed the main problem. So what we need to do is if there's a negative number, we need to reset the player's stuff. Man, I'm tempted just to say screw it for now. Do we have a special storage thing in here? Special storage, because it's always been a pain in my ass. We do. We have a lot of stuff in here in this storage thing already. We could put like a known issue in. I haven't pushed a main or exported and pushed a main in so long I can't remember what steps I go through. Let's look at that list one more time. To add available storage on a resource, the player has to reduce the available. Yeah, that was the thing we were just experiencing. How do we show it on the top bar? Currently, there's a bug when we assign the max value to spin. It triggers the signal. Yeah, I don't know if that's still happening. When you add a new storage facility, it doesn't automatically add the storage to all of the existing resource storages. I think maybe we want that. I don't think we want that, actually. I changed my mind today, just now. I don't think we want that, actually. Let the player add the storage wherever they want. Is that I flip-flop all the time on everything. The problem is maybe we, oh, this is what we do. This is what we do. This is the easy dumb shit solution. This is what we do. Oh, this is the best solution. It's so easy. We put a pop-up. They can't close that window while there's a negative. We just say like, hey, but then they'll just never look at it. They'll know. Okay, this is what we do too. We have two things that will yeah. Okay, it's not gonna be that easy, but it's gonna be somewhat easy. All right, where is this our stupid storage thing? Wait, did that say resources over here? Oh my God, it says resources right there. It's not supposed to say resources there. Do we have a thing that says goods? While that's loading up. Maybe we aren't going to get to push the main today. I really want to. Word. We don't have the word goods yet. Filter. I think we can say you control headers. We want sort by A. Column A. Save. Word. We don't have the word goods yet. Insane. Word goods. Goods. We're going to translate this to Spanish. This is not going to be, yeah, I don't think that's right. This is not going to be a good translation, but this is just so that we have our localization set up right for when we do it for real. So on here, we're going to fix this. Where's our resources button? Should actually be good. It hasn't even been translated yet. No wonder. Goods button. How much voodoo do you put in your code? It's all Ezekiel. How's it going? It's all voodoo. It's all crazy. If I'm picking up what you're putting down here, it's all just trash. Okay, it's not trash, but it's mostly spaghetti. Spaghetti, and I don't know what happened, why I wrote it a certain way. But what were we doing? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put, when this thing is, not this thing, when our resources panel control, when our goods panel control, this should have a close button on it somewhere. Here it is. There's no script on this close button though. What is this? Does this goods panel have a script on it for our close button? We're gonna have to put a whole nother thing in here. Godwinson, how's it going? Terry Davis. Is that what the person's name was? It's a randomly generated name. Or are you talking about something else? Close button. Press. So this just currently hides it. So what we will do, private void, make sure storage is above is positive. And then we'll put this in here. No. We'll say check. No, what? is storage, I don't know what that little E is doing there. Is storage positive? If is storage positive, oh, we need to return a bool here. Hide. And then else, what do we got there? Else, we'll have to put, we're going to put a pop-up. And we got a typo here. And then in here, we'll check return true if, do we know the county data? Oh my God, this thing's called resources good panel thing here as well. Let's save this. Let's close this. Let's go over here. I'm trying to hurry, but that just leads to more errors, right? I don't want this to be called resources. So I'm fixing that. Where was that? Resource goods panel. Or resource panel. This is called goods. Good. Ezekiel, thank you for the follow. I so want to push the main. It's been months that I've been saying that I'm going to. Actually, let's rename it this way. Otherwise, we will have other problems. Good. Come on. Okay. And the other thing, so I actually had a thought earlier before, last night. I was like, you know, I think if it runs, like I usually only stream almost exactly for 3 hours. And I was like, you know what? If my stream runs to 4 hours tomorrow, because I can't push the main, I'll just keep going until, you know, not for like 5 hours, but. And then I remembered I have a fucking meeting today on a Sunday. At 1, which is coming up here on a Sunday. What we're checking here, if we are checking our county data, I don't think this thing it's got to know. Yeah, it does. So if good county data, perishable, non-perishable goods storage is less than 0. Yeah, return false. Actually, we can just do this in one line here. Or if perishable storage is less than 0. I did too. You know, I jump around between different coding streamers, and I was saying this before. There was this one dude, I like use my mouse all the time. I wish I could remember that guy's name. This one dude didn't touch his mouse. He had this little tiny keyboard, and so he had a camera on his thing, and I think he was like one of those, what do they call them, like a PNG streamer or whatever. But he had this little tiny keyboard and a camera on it, and he never took his hands off the keyboard. And I was so impressed with, he would control G and jump to lines and stuff. Me, I'm always reaching for my mouse. Okay, so if any of these or if either of those, we return false. And then if it's false, if it's true, we can hide this. If it's false, we need to create a whole new thing here. I'm going to take a quick break, though. A whole new thing. And then what we'll do is we'll have every day, we'll have it check in the morning. And if one of them's negative, we'll pop up the resource screen. So instead of us trying to get the math to work and screw the player, I mean, it's going to screw the player regardless. Actually, this way we'll screw the player less. So what it's going to do is if a building if you remove a county improvement that has storage, instead of us trying to do like a rearrange their storage that they've already arranged for the player, we'll pop up a thing in the morning that says like, hey, you have it will just pop up that screen. And they'll wonder, because I don't have any tutorials or tooltips or anything, but it will pop up a screen that resources the goods storage screen, and then it won't let them close it until they make it 0. So that's what we'll do, instead of trying to do all that crazy stuff, because that crazy stuff would screw the player and also make that not work that well. So that's what we'll do. But let me take a quick break, and I will be back in less than 5 minutes. Let me pause my music that you guys can't hear and put up my break timer, and I will be right back. All right, I tried to hurry through that break since I'm in a hurry. I told the people, which is my mom who wants to have this meeting, um, like a family meeting for just, parents are getting old type stuff. I told her that I could do it at like 2:30 or 2 or 2:30, and um, she scheduled it for 1:30, and I like to have time to prep for every meeting. I'm always on time. I have this curse of always being on time. So that makes me stress if I'm not like pre-prepared, like in the meeting early and stuff. All right, I'm resituated here. My music you guys can't hear is going. What we're doing. Okay, so we're gonna need a new panel in here. Why do things sound differently in my ears? Did I accidentally hit this? This headset's going. It's on its last leg, I think. Excuse me. I've been watching a lot of streamers lately. I didn't used to ever watch streamers, and I've been watching occasionally. Like I was saying, I would watch coders and jump around and stuff, but I've been watching them a lot more, and I noticed that streamers are constantly burping. It's weird. It's a weird thing that I don't know why it appeared, and then I noticed it. I think I noticed it because one guy made a big point of saying, talking about like how manly he was for burping, and I was just like, okay. Uh, I don't think he knows that girls burp too. Anyways, unimportant. We got to get this good panel. We need a panel container on here. A panel container. This is going to be a pain in my ass, I think, but we'll do it. It's going to be above the close button. Yeah, we can put it above the close button. We're going to add a child to it. We need a label. And we're going to need a button. And then, do we have like OK in here? We don't have like OK. We'll just use close then. This is going to be word close. And this is going to be close button, close whatever. And this is going to be negative storage panel. I hope I'm putting this in the right place. Yes. And then this label is going to say, we need a phrase here. Once again, this Spanish is not good Spanish. It's translated by whatever Excel translates. There is negative storage. And then we're going to say there is negative storage. And we could say positive or perishable or non-perishable storage, but I'm just not going to do it. There is negative storage. And we'll put an exclamation point on here. And then you aren't going to do my exclamation point. Oh, you are. Thank you. And then we're going to go here. Okay. And then we're going to copy this thing. We're going to go back to here. Get rid of that line or all chaos will break. Do we have a second? Okay. We're going to say there is negative storage label. No, I don't like that. We'll just call it title label. And now we need to find this thing. We need to open this up. That's not how that's supposed to look. Where's the other stuff? The goods panel? Maybe everything's generated from the goods panel. That's quite possible. Yeah, we have like all these containers and stuff. So this we're going to have to just kind of wing it here. We need this panel container though to be smaller, much smaller. What do we use for our other panel containers? Where did I put one somewhere recently, yesterday. It was under, what was it? County improvements? It was this one. What is the size on this thing? 400 by 200. We're gonna need an H box in here. Of course we are. We're gonna add an H box, and then we're gonna put this stuff in the H box once we make this 400. What's your problem? You're getting your inheritance. Oh, there it is. It was just on top of it. We're gonna need a blocker panel too. See, nothing's easy. And then we're gonna go, we still can't set this. I think I can set it here though. 400 by 200. And then you need to go in here and you, whoops. You need to go in here and you need to go in here. Oh, we need a V box, not an H box. Why do I do that every time? Change type, V box, and then we're going to rename this to V box. And that looks terrible. Now we're going to have you go to the bottom. No, that's not going to do any good. We're going to have you center. And then we're going to have you shrink. Like I'm trying to hurry, and it's just not. We're going to have you shrink to center. And then we're going to put a minimum size on you. What was this other close button's minimum size? 75 by 50? 75 by 50? Looks good to me. That looks terrible, though. This probably should have been just a panel. Yeah, I wonder if I can make up this. Yeah, that's not going to do. Oh, I don't want self-modular. I want just you. Purple was not the, the plan there. Just a darker color. That actually works out, but we need it to match this other close button. What is your color? You're probably not. You're probably built in. Yeah, it's a built-in shaded color. I guess we'll just leave it like that for now. There's going to be a beautification process. Then we need this thing to be at the bottom, though, because that is not what I want. It's ugly, and I don't think this is going to do us any good because of this V box. We want you to be at the top and you to be at the bottom. Trying to think, do we need a V box? If we put you here and you here, actually, there we go. Get rid of this V box. I solve all my problems with V boxes and H boxes, Norm. Oh, we need you to be 400 by 200. There we go. Okay, so now we have this thing. And in our goods panel, which did I rename that one goods panel thing? I did. So in here, we're gonna need we'll just put it, we'll put it at the bottom. I don't know why this county data is at the bottom. We're gonna need this export, privates. What is this thing? A panel container. This is negative storage panel container. There we go. And then we're gonna build. We're gonna hide this and hide this. And then we're gonna save it. We're gonna go back up to here. We're gonna drag this thing over. Did I not put export on that thing? Oh, I did, but it thinks it's under this HBox thing. Let's put this up here then. Okay, come on. Come on, fingers. Build this again, just in case. And we're gonna put you over here. I was just thinking maybe we can stick the blocker panel behind this. I'm trying to be lazy is the thing. I think, well, I think we might be able to put it right here. No, we can't because it needs to be a part of the other way we could do it is we could do this. Fill this out. We're going to turn this back on though, because my plan has been, yeah, then we go, this is what we're going to do. We're going to add a panel container to this panel container. And what the blocker panel does is it just makes it so you can't click through it. And it's my lazy way of it so that you can't click through the, like click over here, like try to get out of this thing without, and then this one, now see this thing's gray now, but so we need this panel container to be clear. And then this one, we need to shrink, basically redo it. I should have just made a new one. Layout, shrink center, 400 by 200. And then this thing, we need it on mouse, we need it to stop, which is perfect. That looks right. Hopefully we don't need this anymore. Whoops. Because I'm going to save it. And I'm going to close it. And we're going to re-import it because it breaks every time you make a change. I was worried all of a sudden that I didn't... The fuck is this thing? That I didn't... turn off my break timer. All right, then we're going to close this thing. Close that thing. Double check that we dragged this out in here. We did. Back to the code. End, it's at the very bottom. Else, then we go negative storage container show. So this will make that appear, but we also need to link. We're going to need more code here. Private void negative storage panel close button pressed. Negative hide, and then get out of here. Then we're gonna have to link this thing with what? We can't do it yet. We gotta build. And then up to here. Whoops, not that. All right, now testing. We'll test it. We'll have the check in the morning. I normally don't look at my phone, but I got an email. I don't get emails anymore. Yep, there's my invitation to the meeting. I don't get emails anymore, I noticed. Like, oh, look, it says goods. Like, what happened to that? Okay, so how are we going to make this so that it doesn't work? We got to get to that negative again. How did we do the negative? We built something, and then we deleted it. So we got to build this. We want this to go faster. Go faster. We need to make this, though. What the fuck? Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. Thought we had a something busted there. We'll go up to whatever. Oh, that didn't work. See, you gotta go down one, I think. Yeah, see, that's annoying. Stingle Wings, how's it going? All right, so we have this should now be, oh, let me close it though. Oh, because we're not in a negative right now. We're fine. Now we're gonna remove this thing. And then we're gonna open this, and we have a negative 150. It still let me close it. Son of a bitch. Okay, what did we do wrong? Is storage positive? If non-perishable storage is less than 0, if county perishable storage is less than 0. Today's going good. I'm hoping. I don't think it's going to happen. I was confident earlier. I'm this close to pushing to main and exporting and testing, but I need to fix this storage thing. Why didn't this work? Is storage positive equals true? If this or this, it should return. If it's true, let you hide it. Otherwise, that looks right to me. But this is a negative amount. I wonder if this is, we could test this actually. Just go over here, open that, go back over here. Oh. So this number is wrong. No. All right, this is what we'll do. I'm gonna push the main anyways, even though the storage is busted. What we're gonna do is this. We're gonna move this over to the storage thing, and we're gonna bump storage because we can be fucking with storage for days. So where did it go? I lost it. All right, go back to where your home is, and then we'll use this thing. Move to column storage. Storage has always been a very touchy thing. Okay, so I forgot to write, so I wrote the code, but I forgot to have it update the code. Yeah, we'll have to mess with that because, like I said, it could be days of messing with storage. Let's move storage over some. I don't think I can move it. Yeah, I can't. I wish I could move this without dragging it. Adam, the video game? Or is the Atom something else? No, I don't even know what that is. Is that from Linux? Seems like a Linux thing. I have a friend who uses, man, I forget what it's called. He uses some built-in, Linux thing. All text. He's one of those guys. You know what I'm talking about. All right, so storage we're gonna have to mess with next. I'm not gonna, when we do a new branch, and once again, we're gonna do the branches much smaller from now on. To add available storage on a resource that the player has to reduce the available. Maybe we won't do this. Make sure that make sure that any stored goods above storage are removed. Yeah, there's some. So the problem right now with this is It's not remembering. So let's do this. Storage isn't remembering the removed store. I wonder if it's remembering the added storage. It is Vim. Vim, yeah. He's a Vim guy. And he will die on that hill. There we go. So this is rebuilt. I'm curious. So when we have 650 now, I wonder if we go away and come back. It does remember that. It's not remembering the removed storage. I'm just gonna, I want to push this to main so bad, but maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't. Oh yeah, Microsoft. So I remember when that happened. Everyone thought it was gonna be a catastrophe, and things are still going okay. Storage doesn't remember when the removed storage, when storage is removed. Clicking on a different county brings back the original storage amount. All right, I'm gonna look at it. Maybe we just can't. Maybe we just can't push to main today. I was so excited about it though. I'll put this at the top. I'm gonna look here. When we add storage, it's just added to this number. And when we remove storage, it's just removed from that number. But I'm wondering if we're regenerating that number. Count available storage amounts. Update max storage amount labels. So this is what we're fucking with here, is this thing. So I wonder why. What does this do? Okay, so that's that one number. That's the number on the left over here. That's this number that it's getting that amount. So that's a different thing. Let's go to the very top. Sometimes these are in generate storage H boxes. On research panel, when this is visible, update max available storage amount labels. Current perishable, it counts available storage. We just looked at this, didn't we? It does. Set resource value max. For each county good, it's just setting that from the amounts. Update spin box. Wait. Wait a second here. Oh yeah, we have to go down one. Wait a second here. How is this actually, what is this? So we have a negative here. But if we close this and reopen it, well, not that one. It remembers the negative. So this is supposed to be counting these. And it's not. Does this thing update every time I open it and close it? Oh, it's supposed to be setting. Some of those are right. Why doesn't my idea work? Because it's not, there's something, because the max storage isn't, okay, so that's the problem. The max storage isn't, we don't save this number anywhere. This number, it's counting these things. So then if we go back to here and we open this up, this is fine. So then what happens over here? Whoops, not there. This shouldn't be 0 though. This should be, oh, it is 0. What happened to our extra numbers? What? Fuck. Finish building that thing. All right. That's at 500. All right, we got to go down a little bit. Let's make this 600. So 550 is the right amount. It's 100, just in case my memory just goes bad in 5 seconds here. We have a screenshot of the amount right here. We're going to close this. We're going to delete the improvement. We're going to go back to here. We're going to click there and go to here. Oh, God damn it, not there. Okay, we have our, wait, I went away and came back. Oh, but I didn't open this. I didn't open this. So there's something weird going on with where we're opening stuff. Okay, so then what it did is it subtracted the 100 and the 50. But then it's supposed to, and it worked for a minute, it should delete. Oh, and it did. It takes a couple of clicks. So there's some weird shit going on. But we don't actually keep this number on the left anywhere. It's just generating it every time you open and close the thing. So I don't, how much time? Yeah. So let's edit this. It isn't, the currently used storage isn't actually stored anywhere. So the negative check to pop up the panel, the negative panel isn't working correctly. If you click around to other counties, it will eventually reset the current storage if it is negative, and delete their goods from the top. It looked like it was doing it by hundreds. Delete the goods in order from the top. I guess this is alphabetical. Which is not what we want. That would be catastrophic for the game. When I was saying when it's going to fuck the player later, I didn't mean that bad. That you would lose all of your food and all of your scouting equipment. So we need to do some major changes to this. So this is actually, I think, what we should do. This is working, I think. But we need it to check that more frequently. So I'll put a note in this. We need to check this every time the goods panel. We need to check this every time the goods panel is closed. The game I'm working on, it's a 2D 4X. Yeah. It's a strategy game. These are only the test ones, though. These 7 are the test counties. It's going to be bigger than these 7. And I live in Oregon, so I made it start in Oregon. I live in Portland, and so we hate people in Washington. If you're in Oregon, you hate the Washingtonians. And so I put one county so for the invasion, when we invade Washington. 2D. It's 2D. I'm not. I can't do 3D. I messed with 3D and it was too much work. All right. So then what we're gonna do here? This should be up here. This we're not gonna worry about. That we're not gonna worry about. We're not gonna worry about that. This we're not going to do. Did I already put a note in this? Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. The inspiration, the true inspiration behind it is, and we were talking about this earlier too, is that I've always wanted, like, I have all these criticisms of strategy games. Here's some ego coming in here. And I thought I could do a better job. No, I just wanted to make a game that I wanted to play, which is like a conglomeration of like Dominions and Paradox games and all these other things. And I also was inspired years and years and years ago. There's this TV show called Survivors. So part of it, there's like this is kind of a long yammering story here. So when I was thinking about the game I wanted to create, I've always wanted, and this goes back to Close Combat. There's a video game called Close Combat from a long time ago, like strategy dorks probably know all about it. And it's like one of my favorite video games in existence. Close Combat 2, the Russian Front. I think that's the second one. 3? No, that might be the third one. Anyways, so in that video game, it's like a World War II game. You have these squads of units. It's real-time strategy. It's not like this game at all. But I used to play it all the time, and you can rename your squads. And I noticed that if I rename my squads, I started to try to protect them more. So they started out with generic squad names like Machine Gun Squad or whatever, but you can rename them, and I would rename them to like Best Machine Gun Squad or Killer of Germans, or whatever. And I noticed that after I renamed them, I started to like them more, like the squads. And I'd be like, well, these guys don't even have a name. They can just go die. And so I was thinking if I ever made a strategy game, I wanted to keep track of everyone in the game so that you would develop feelings towards certain people. So I wanted them all to have a name. But if you look at any paradox, any strategy game, really, your population is just numbers. You have 3,000 people or whatever. The Tamagotchi effect, is that a thing? And so I was like, how do I make a game, like a strategy game, where you keep track of all of the people with it not bogging down the world? And I feel like there should be a new one of these. Did I do everything I needed to go over? So I was like, well, what happens if everyone's dead? That would be a way to cut down on the number of population. It was as if everyone was dead. And so that brings in there's this like 70s TV show called Survivors. It's not the reality show. This is a different show. And it is, I'm not bringing up Survivors. I'm just bringing up where we're going to compile this to, and I'm going to delete this stuff, some of this stuff. It looks like we created this here, so we're going to delete that too. So in the TV show Survivors, it's an English TV show. I highly recommend it to everyone if they're into post-apocalyptic stuff, because it's really strange, but because it's English, so there's like not that much violence. And so in that, though, like 1 in 10,000 people survive a plague, and everyone else is dead. And so that works. If everyone's dead and 1 in 10,000 people survive, there's a lot less people to keep track of in my video game. And there's also in that survivors thing, they talk a lot about like what people know to start civilization over. Like, what does it take to make a tool and stuff like that, where like you think, oh, well, it's pretty easy to make a hammer. You just need some steel and some wood, whatever. But in reality, like, that steel comes from China or someplace and blah, blah, blah. And it's it's actually iron that's turned into steel in Germany. And then, and it's like a huge ordeal. And like, it's not especially complicated stuff like computers would be nearly impossible to recreate without years and years of things happening. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. So I also am incorporating that feel into my game. What the fuck is this line around the outside of the game? All right, that's the wrong one. We want to run this one. We want to be able to see the console, and for things, I have a sneeze coming on. All right, nothing has exploded yet. What is this line? This line, I know what this is. Oh, I guess it just happened to look like there was a line. All right, let's make sure all this stuff is working. Let's click on some things. We're just going to keep an eye on this to see if anything explodes. Sure, we can recruit a leader. That yes was on the right. Some of them are on the left, some of them are on the right. So now we have 2 people here. This clicking still works. I'm just kind of doing random shit that I normally don't do. Let's build a fisher's shed and wait for things to go here. What is this? Oh, it doesn't actually show the rainbow. We got our fisher's shed is completed. There's people working at it. Does it say that there's people working? Oh, so it continued. Pulsar's a pretty good name. There's like I said, there's a video game called Adam, so that's probably slightly confusing too. So they're working there. Let's do this because we haven't messed with this in a long time. Let's reduce this to 3. Was time passing when I had that open? Doesn't look like it. Let's spawn a dude and let's just move him around. He sure is moving fast. Oh, he's got that chunky shit. Look at that. Oh, it's not doing it now. This has been an ongoing problem where it gets, yeah, there it was, the jitteriness, and I fixed it for a minute by changing. Yeah, that's fucking awful. Oh my God, that's dog shit. Where are you? How do I open you up? I thought I could just click on you, but I guess not. Let's declare war on somebody. And then we're going to have to put a note in. Yeah, we're going to go to war with you all the way over there. Oh, my cheat's in. My cheat where we cheat. All that stuff looks like, okay, everything seems to be working. Okay, let's do this though. We need to put a note in about that chunky movement. That's under heroes. Again. When heroes move around the map, it is really stuttery. So I thought I fixed this by changing a setting in like the VSync or something. We're gonna have to fix that. I don't like it. We're moved to top. All right, so now we have a finished working project here. We're gonna zip this up. Yeah, we're gonna zip this up. I think, wait, did I zip this up before? Let's look at, get, oh, we gotta push this shit to main first. The releases. I think I did. Yeah, except I put a name on it. It's 00 point. Did I zip this all up manually? I think I did. I don't remember typing in the version number. Oh, it is. It's just, that's it. Okay. See, look at this. This is when we did that last. All right. So, even though we got some broken stuff, we are going to make this. It's not the stuff we were working with. It's some other problem. We want to then rename this thing to, what did I do? 0.0. Those aren't, oh no, yes it is. Can we just put a space in here? 0.4 dot zip. I don't think there was a space in this one. There was no space, and you know what we also could do though? Is put a V right here. There we go. 0.0.4. And then we're going to go to releases, and I gotta remember how this works. No, we gotta go to here, create a new release, and we gotta create a new title. And I think it goes V 0.0.4. Oh, we didn't push the goddamn code though to main. Let's not do that mistake. All right, we have a. What the fuck is all this? Oh, this is all like exporting stuff. Huh. All right. Hopefully, what is this under? Godot dot Godot. So it turns out I used to have this. I think it was last weekend or weekend before. I used to have the dot Godot folder ignored, but it actually caused issues later. There's some changes that I've made, like dragging and dropping things that don't work, that get broken if that folder doesn't exist. So now I'm uploading it. So let's push this. What did we do today? Removing storage now works in an incredibly bad way. Scouting equipment is done. We're going to commit this. We're going to push it. There we go. Then we're going to go to GitHub. I haven't done this in a while either. We're going to manage our branches. And if I remember correctly, we double click this and then we, God damn it. Then we go right click. No, we double click this. Bring it back over, man. Double click this thing. Oh, you're thinking. We're going to check this out. And then we're going to right click on this and we're going to merge. No. I want. Oh, wait. No, we do double click on. What the fuck? What did I do? I made some catastrophic mistake here. I probably should have closed this. Yeah, that's what happened. Cancel, close, cancel. Now it's got more. Cancel. We push the code, so if worse comes to worse, we can always roll back, but I don't want to do that. Merge main. Now what we wanted to do was switch to main. I guess we're going to have to... What are these changes? These are all in the .godot folder. We're going to discard the changes. Yep. And then we're going to right click on this thing and we're going to merge this into main. Yeah, that's a bummer with that .godot shit. I would really like to be able to not include it. But like I said, they're like certain stuff needs to be dragged and dropped or it doesn't remember everything. So now we're on main. It should be merged. It says there's changes here. And then we can just say merged scouting equipment branch. Oh, this is... No. Did I do this wrong? We'll find out in a second here. GitHub. Last week. So this, we're on main now. This is right. And then, so this is here. Then these are just some other weird changes that happened because I had this stupid .godot folder, but it has to go up and that sucks. But I think we're done with this part. Let's open the game though and make sure that that merge didn't, because of those changes I discarded and stuff. Maybe I can not include the temp folder or something. Put it in the git ignore the temp folder. Because that's what's happening is that temp folder is getting adjusted all the time. Where did that go? See, the changes are in the temp folder. Actually, it's... Yeah, it's a bummer that has to be included. Let's run this and make sure that... And then I should probably export this, not the other one. Let's delete this stuff again. And then this has to go to, then back to here. And we want to look for bugs. Make sure we don't get any garbage bugs. Yeah, this looks right. We can construct something. What is this, the garden? Did we lose money? We lost $100. I'm confident that we're here. We'll spawn you. We'll turn you into a army leader. Declare war. None of that stuff should have changed. Let's look at our research panel. We haven't done that in a while. We're not getting any errors, so I think we're good here. We're gonna stop this. Oh, you know, we should. I'm gonna put a note in. No, I'm not. We're going to... Well, nothing's open. I have a cheat in here, so you will win all the battles. It's under warfare. Not there. That's a warfare's or resource? I can't remember. I haven't worked on warfare in so long. I can't remember what the name of any of the scripts are. Random faction token movements. Uh, what about declare war? Is there declare war control? That should get us in the right direction here. Then we'll export it because I don't want that cheat in there. And it happens. It actually happens on a time schedule. The cheat does. Declare war. Respawn. Defender spawns armies. Check for armies. And no, we need a war battle. There's a battle console something. Battle control. We're going to push this change directly to main too. Whenever I find it. It's just a line of code that makes it so that your morale goes up to 100. I guess I could search morale. And at the end of each combat round. It's in a weird spot though. Here it is. So then we're going to do that. Look at all this other crap that we got here. Removed. We should probably make that a checkbox somewhere instead of just a line in the code. Removed the cheat that makes it so the player wins all battles. I commit this to main. I know it's one line, but there's a lot of crap that's changed there. Now we're going to go back. We're going to close this thing. We're going to double check this. I don't know why I always double check to make sure it got here. All right. That is done. Main has been updated. Now we're going to go back in here. We're going to go project, export to Windows. Yes, I know one day I plan to do a Linux one. 2D4X, save. I'm just staring at the phone. Like I said, I have this fear of being late. It's a phobia. No, it's not a phobia. It just really upsets me. I don't know why I get so upset. I guess we will run this one more time. No one wants to push a broken export, right? Let's like kind of click around and look for, I mean, would we even be able to tell? That looks good. County improvements. Let's build, not that. Let's build scouting equipment, since that's what this thing is supposed to be. The whole point of this thing was to get scouting equipment to work. Guess I didn't click on that. Everybody's working at the scouting equipment factory. All right, I think we're good to go here. So then we're gonna compress this. Didn't I just do this a second ago and I did it a different way? Oh, I know what it was. I put this folder here. I want it to be a zip file. Well, I don't think I was using Z7 though. I did this like 5 seconds ago. Or 7-zip. Z7. I thought I should do it this way. That's the way I should do it. That Z7 zip thing is for, you know, you guys know what it's for. Version 0.0.4. Now we got that. Now we can go back and have a new release. And then we can choose a new tag, which is V0.0.4. Can I write something in front of this? 2D4X. Can I do that? Okay. All right. Okay. I just don't like that it's just a version number. Target main, generate release notes. We want that. 2D4X, a version 4. And it's going to generate some stuff. What was I going to put in here? Scouting, many changes to county improvements, creation and production. Storage is still jacked up. That's all we need there. Then we need to drop this in here. This is non-production ready, I'll tell you that much. I think every time I drag and drop this in here too, it gives me an error the first time. Okay, it's lying to me. Or lying to me? It's proving me wrong. Last time it gave me an error. I think, like I said, it's gonna put. Oh, I have to click that button. Oh, what is this crap? This gotta go. Full change logs, perfect. I think this is good. And then we publish release. Then I'm shocked there's no share button on here. I'm finally doing it. I'm finally, after 5 months, smaller branches going on. There's no share button on there. What is that? I'm surprised. Okay, then we do want to delete this. PC crashed. Oh, man, I feel like that's. I want you to go away. I want you to die. Go away. And do you have to edit it? I can't remember. I feel like this computer is on the constant, ready to crash at any second, and it sucks when it crashes when you're streaming. You know, it blows up your stream. I don't remember how to delete one of these because this is grayed out. Oh, maybe I just delete this. Yeah, here we go. Good. We don't want that old release floating around. Okay, so we have this. There's still no share button though. Because I'm going to share this on my Discord. It says that there's 2 tags. Oh, I think that. Oh, what happened? The automod's touchy. Whoops. Did it? Okay, it came through. Oh, it is. It said that it added that. It said it added go and die to the permitted terms. So now people can tell me to go and die. I mean, I know that's not what you were saying. Oh, that's funny. Well, no, he added the whole part go and die. And so it wasn't like 2 separate words. It was like the phrase, which I can under. So Twitch does have some good stuff in there to protect you from getting harassed, you know. But now I've made it so people can tell me to go and die. I think I can delete this now. Yeah, I can. Okay, so now we have our tag, and I think we're all set. You know, like at the beginning when I first started streaming, I don't know if it did this with you when you were started streaming Stinkle Winks, but it used to always give me like these let's make sure you're safe. Click here to make sure that you feel safe or whatever type banners when I would log into Twitch. And it would, you know, like you could click on it and it would in there, it would bring you to the settings of like how to up moderation and stuff. And it's funny. So back to me watching more streamers and people burping all the time. I noticed have a lot of them have it on like follower only chat. And while I was watching a streamer, someone asked why he had it on follower only chat, and the streamer said that it's because they just got constantly harassed when they played certain games. So certain games bring out the shit bag. Yeah. For some reason, streamers are always burping. I don't know what the deal is, but it's just like they're constantly burping. You could probably, I should probably like start like a spreadsheet and figure out why. Anyways, I finally did it. I'm gonna copy this link and I'm gonna post on my Discord. I mean, we're on version 0.0.4, so it's not like the thing's playable or anything. But at least I got this part that I wanted to do forever. Oh, we can also move this over, and then I'm going to call it a day. We're going to go back to our project with 220 issues, and we can move this to here. And then we'll just do like little baby branches from now on instead of these massive branches, and we'll just keep moving this over, and storage will be next. I don't know if I want to do storage, man. That shit's a nightmare, and it's not fun. You know, it's not a fun thing. It's just like adding and subtracting numbers, but it probably needs to be fixed at some point. I mean, it kind of works if you want to screw the player. But anyways, that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I will talk to you next week, and have